The Minecraft 1.20 Trails and Tales update dropped on June 7th of 2023, and for a while people had fun with it, and then nobody really cared about it anymore. But why is that? And what about this update made it so disappointing that people stopped playing it? Well, today, that's what we're going to be looking into. We'll start by going over the features. The Cherry Grove was added, giving us a new wood type and biome. Cherry wood is personally one of my favorites with its unique purple wood color, pink planks, and other block variants. Along with its petals and peaceful aura, this biome is a very good one. My only complaint is that there are no cherries. It's a pretty biome, but it would be better if they added cherries as well. They can have the same saturation as something like sweet berries, and have a variant like cherry pie to go along with the pumpkin version. Overall, however, this was a good addition to the game. Another wood type that was added is bamboo, and all of its variants. Bamboo blocks are now craftable and can be made into rafts, along with the usual wood craftings like doors, trapdoors, planks, etc. It, like the cherry blossom, is not a bad addition to the game. In fact, I think it's a good one. It revamps an existing biome to give us more blocks to use in building, etc. Here is where the problems start. Archaeology was first announced in Minecraft Live 2020 alongside the Caves and Cliffs Update Part 2, although it ultimately was not added until 2023 in 1.20, the Trails and Tales update. This system introduced us to brushes, which are crafted using a stick, feather, and copper ingot, and are used on suspicious sand or gravel, and can get you a number of different items from said blocks. One of these is pottery sherds, which are used to make decorated pots. As of 1.20.3, decorated pots can store up to a stack of items which can later be retrieved by breaking the pot. Alongside the archaeology system, the trail ruins were added, a new structure that is full of suspicious gravel and old, mostly unused blocks. It's supposed to be an ancient ruin and can be excavated to reveal rooms, letting the entire structure come alive. Alongside the trail ruins, we got a revamp of ocean ruins, which now contain suspicious sand and gravel. The main problem with these structures are, trail ruins are much too hard to find if you don't have an elytra, and still difficult to find when you do. They take a very long time to excavate and do not give good enough loot to even justify the time taken to explore them. To put it simply, these structures aren't even worth it to search. Ocean ruins have the same problem. They aren't worth it to explore. Between fighting off drowns and worrying about running out of air, they don't have much appeal because the loot is, 99% of the time, not very good. This brings us to our next feature, the Sniffer. The Sniffer won the 2022 mob vote and is a mob that does not spawn naturally, instead needing to be hatched from an egg that is rarely found in suspicious sand in warm ocean ruins. These mobs don't really do much. They dig around in the dirt occasionally and give you seeds and flowers that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. That's it. Do you see the problem here? The Sniffer doesn't spawn naturally, is rarely found from excavating warm ocean ruins, making them very rare, since most people don't take the time to excavate such things anyway, and their only purpose is to give you flowers and look mildly like a dinosaur. I don't know how this mob won the vote, unless you consider that it matches the theme of the rest of the update, but still, it's disappointing. Another mob that was added is the Camel, which spawns in desert villages and can be ridden like a horse if you have a saddle. It has a dash, which is virtually the same as a long jump, and eats cacti. And that's it. It doesn't spit like llamas do, and it doesn't carry items like a mule does. It's a horse with a fancy jump. Staying in the desert, suspicious sand was added to the bottom of desert wells, finally giving them a purpose, and to desert temples. If you take the time to search these and have brushes on hand, you'll most likely get more mediocre loot. Again, is it worth it? I don't know. The Netherite upgrade template is an addition that many people, including myself, did not like when it first came out. Found rarely in Bastion chests and always in Treasure Bastion treasure chests, they are now essential to upgrading your armor from Diamond to Netherite, as well as your tools. Bastions are dangerous places and are a structure that I feel are mainly avoided by casual survival players. Adding these templates will make two things happen. 1. Players will start searching and looting bastions more often, and 2. Players will stop upgrading their gear to Netherite because Diamond is very nearly as good. And Netherite is just too much of a hassle. Alongside the upgrade template, armor trims were added, and these are pretty cool. There are 16 different armor trims which can be found in a variety of structures. These armor trims can be added to your armor, and you can change the color of trims by adding a valuable to it on the smithing table as well. Overall, I love this idea. It brings a new level of customization to the game and allows for many different themes and aesthetics for different players. Chiseled bookshelves and hanging signs were added as well. Hanging signs are, well, signs that hang. They're pretty boring aside from its decoration, and even so, they're not terribly interesting. Chiseled bookshelves function as real bookshelves do. You can place books into them and take them out again. The main problem with these is that it doesn't tell you which book you're taking out, so if you forget which order you put the books in, it's a hassle. Still, pretty useful. The piglin head and calibrated skulk sensor were also added, one being ornamental and the other involved in redstone. Two things that aren't particularly interesting to talk about or to use in-game. After going over all of these additions, my conclusion is that 1.20, the Trails and Tales update, was just a little dull. It has a lot of features that are in theory very cool, but in practice they just aren't very fun. I think another reason it's disappointing is because this update took a full year to come out and was not game-changing in any way aside from how to get netherite armor and tools. And that's the main problem. Everyone wants a game-changing update, whether it's an end update or an update to the Warden, a new dimension, or a new boss. And 1.20, even after 1 year, just wasn't that. Was it a terrible update? No. But it was very mediocre, and with some good features and some bad features, it just wasn't worth the wait. And it doesn't add the things that most Minecrafters were and are hoping for. I think that's the main problem with it. Most people are going to be fine with it because they'll play Minecraft anyway, but I think we deserve better. 1.20 wasn't that good. 1.21 is looking slightly better. I don't know if they've announced all the features yet, but from what I've seen so far, it is better than the Trails and Tales update. Is it game-changing? I don't know yet. Maybe I'll make another video on it when it comes out. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what you think of 1.20, the Trails and Tales update. Did you like it, or were you disappointed? Are you excited for 1.21? And what videos would you like to see me make in the future? Until then, you should probably subscribe, or else you'll get bad updates until eternity.